stay out of trouble. When you start experiencing enough riding and you can have an experiential set of knowledge that you've gained from how your body acts and reacts and likes and doesn't like and so forth, then you can start deciding when you can push things, when you can be a little bit more aggressive, and when you can't. Wind is one of those factors here that is constantly an issue. And I say that because it's always here. And people seem to misunderstand their role in the equation with the wind. So let me just explain it to you right now. You can conquer a hill, but you may not, cannot, and will not ever conquer the wind. It's not finite. It's not set. It's constant. Doesn't change. Or it changes at just the wrong time. Or it does the gusts or does the stuff. Does wind feel personal to you? Yes. It feels personal to me. It feels like a personal insult, you know. It feels French. No offense if anybody here is a French heritage, but it feels French. Oh, you think you are strong. Let me show you, you little infantile, you know. It's just, they're just, yeah. So, what I've learned is don't fight the wind. The wind is one of those really object lessons of something to be endured. Now, if you look up the definition of enduring something, you'll find that it's generally not speaking about a pleasant activity. You're not talking about enduring something fun. Talking about putting up with something you'd rather not deal with. It'd be pleasant. So for me, what I tell my clients is never changed. Pick a gear and a leg speed that leave you in a sustainable heart rate, zone 3. If you choose to fight the wind, you can elevate your heart rate as much as you want. And you know what? It ain't going to change that wind. It's not going to affect that wind, but it is going to affect you. You're going to pump out more fluids. You're going to burn up more resources. You're not going to be able to keep up. You're going to get a cocktail in a tent. Okay? By the way, I'm going to introduce you to my cocktails tonight, and they're for the finish line, and they're wonderful. Non-alcoholic. Most refreshing thing you'll ever have. So when you get out there and you're dealing with the challenges of hills, I'm going to use my gears. I'm going to use my leg speed and my heart rate, and I'm going to manage that. Wind is the same way. Okay? Now, what happens when you get a tailwind? Celebrate a tailwind just like you do a downhill, and you do it the same way, kids. Put it in the big ring with a tailwind. Or when you're drafting somebody like our buddy Chris here. Put it in the big ring when you're drafting somebody who got a tailwind. But put it in a low enough gear and back that you've got a decent spin going. Not real fast, but not real slow. Remember, what you don't want to do is overload your legs at a slow RPM. That'll cause you more problems in the long run than anything else. Don't bottom out the transmission. Don't bog it down. Keep it running clean. Keep it running clean. Keep that leg speed up. Keep that load to more moderate. So when I'm going on that tailwind, I put it in the big ring, medium gear and back. I spin my legs easy, and whoa, look at this. A few weeks back, I did a ride in Dallas called the Greater Dallas 100. We're trying to start a bike ride to rival the Hotter Than Hell. Ours, though, it's urban challenges as opposed to the challenges you have here of heat and hills and wind. We've got lots of hills because our course is called Beltline Road. And the other reason we think we might be able to be bigger than the Hotter Than Hell is because our ride's free. We're not doing a mass start. We're not doing a mass finish. Start wherever you want on Beltline Road and do it. Well, my group started up in kind of like the northeast corner of the route. And we went across the northern tier early in the morning, and it was very nice and pleasant. And when we went south into the 25-mile-an-hour headwinds with all the rolling hills of Irving and Duncanville and DeSoto and Cedar Hill eventually and stuff, they were brutal. They were tough. If we were looking at our speedometers, we'd have been doing 6 and 7 miles an hour on a lot of those hills. But we were all staying in zone 3. When we made the turn back on the southern tier heading back over to the east side, we had a crossing tailwind. So now our speeds are running about 19 miles an hour with the same energy and same effort and same heart rate. Different gears, leverage, okay? Then we got to the turn north, whoop, baby, 25 to 27. Same heart rate, same effort, different conditions. Okay? So use your gears for leverage. Get a relationship between your rhythm and your load so that your leg speed feels good. George Hincapie uses a phrase, "I have no chain," to describe the days when he feels like he's just really picking the right gears for how his strength level is. If you can feel every link in the chain that you're turning, you're a gear masher. You got the wrong load. You're working too hard. Okay? You don't want to feel those chain links. You want to feel like you're spinning the pedals. You don't want to feel like it's effortless, but you do want to feel like you're kind of gliding, you're kind of flying out there, you know. It's riding a bike. It's not a suffer fest. I don't want to go out there and hurt myself. If you want to go out there and suffer and hurt yourself and do all that, be a runner. Be a runner. It's easy to go out there and hurt when you're running. You guys that are hurting yourself on a bike, you're working hard to hurt yourself. Cut it out. Use those gears. Use the leg speed. Get the relationship between them. We give you a little test in there, a little self-assessment. You put your heart rate monitor on. You go out and you ride faster and faster and faster, longer and longer, and you know, keep increasing the load and the leg speed incrementally until you get to the point where you say, "I'm done." Look at what that number is, and you're going to use that as your max until you see a bigger value. Maybe you'll see a bigger value the day a pit bull chases you. I don't know. But when you see a bigger value, you go ahead and swap them out. But there's a calculation sheet in there for you. You can figure out your zones. Use those zones as your guide for training.